Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here, and I've got this aggressively average content for you today. Just kidding, it's the ISO GOAT. How y'all doing? Let me start this by saying I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I have any financial experience whatsoever. Do not invest in anything solely based off my opinions or anything that I say in this video until you've done your own due diligence and your own research first. Never throw in more money than you're willing to lose, and also make sure that you do your own research first and don't throw money into anything you don't understand. With that being said, I actually wanted to touch on a couple topics, mainly surrounding this FTX thing. FTX, this is a very huge thing that happened, obviously, this past week. Also, just FYI, I don't know if you guys know, but the House and Senate will actually be meeting. So just something to keep an eye out on. Obviously, this is a pretty big market maker that pretty much happened. Obviously, people lost money. Everybody knows what's going on with FTX. I'm sure you've seen a lot of other YouTubers as well. I'm not going to go too in detail on that, but there's a lot of webs and there's a lot of ripple effects, no pun intended. FTX has ties to a lot of different companies, a lot of these high-level people, different political parties, things like that. I don't care about left or right or whatever. I'm not going to get too far into that, but I did want to bring some news to you guys. So apparently, FTX was actually meeting with Gary Gensler, who's currently the head of the SEC, in order to get a monopoly on the industry. Apparently, this was back in March, if I'm not mistaken. As of now, we don't have the public calendar for Gary Gensler past June, if I'm not mistaken. Saw that in, I think, Digital Perspectives video, if I'm not mistaken. But so FTX has some ties, and obviously, with him being the head of the SEC, he also came from MIT. For those that don't know, and SBF, we're just gonna call him that. You already know who it is. Also has ties to MIT as well. So I don't know if they're close buddies or what's going on with that. I'm sure we'll find out soon. There's a lot of people uncovering these type of things in the space right now. So SBF, I don't know if you guys know, like I said, I'm not getting into the politics aspect of this, but he is a huge Democratic contributor. He was actually the #2 donor to the Biden campaign. There's actually an excerpt I'm going to read to you guys. Obviously, I don't know how true it is, but, he has some family members in high-level positions, okay? So just as a FYI for those that don't know. But long story short, obviously FTX went under. They actually filed bankruptcy, I think 2 days ago or yesterday. Basically, they can't pay back any of the money that everybody pretty much had on their exchange. I keep telling people, don't keep your stuff on exchanges. But apparently, he pledged about $1 billion in donations this cycle and next to the Democratic Party, but only paid about 30 to 40 million of that. I don't think this is going to go too well. Right now, you've seen some things circulating about it, and FTX is a fraud, things like that. I don't know. Jail time might be coming, but we shall see how that goes. Things are getting real spicy, and I think that this is the huge, potentially the huge black swan event. Maybe there's going to be something else. I don't know, but I think there are going to be some after effects from what happened with FTX. Some people were talking about like Coinbase and potentially other exchanges going insolvent as well. That I don't know. I'm just hearing it when I hear it, I guess. So if you guys do know, just let me know. But I keep telling you, keep your stuff off of exchanges so that you don't go through this. Okay, this has affected a lot of people. So apparently people are having issues getting money out of FTX right now. Obviously with the bankruptcy aspect, they're probably not going to get it back, but who knows? We'll see. So Gensler actually has a close relationship with SBF as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, but I wanted to read this little excerpt that I came across yesterday. Somebody posted it in a group that I was in. A true scandal is opening for the Biden administration. April 25th, 2019, Biden announces his presidential campaign. Now, mind you, these are not my opinions on this. This is just something I came across, so make sure that you do your own research first. I'm not implying anything. I'm just reading this to you just to get your thoughts, your opinions, etc. 13 days later, Sam Bankman-Fried, son of Barbara Fried, who is the Stanford professor and co-founder of political fundraising organization Mind the Gap, launches FTX crypto exchange. The exchange is magically an overnight success. SBF becomes the biggest donor to Biden. Election day, FTX implodes completely. If you think this scandal is done, it goes even deeper. I keep telling you guys, this is a web of events that's probably gonna happen, okay? There's probably gonna be other people involved in this, jail time potentially, who knows? We shall all see. I will find out when you find out. So, Gabe Bankman Fried, brother to Sam, also a former Jane Street trader, is founder of Guarding Against Pandemics. He was a legislative correspondent for the U.S. House of Representatives and an advisor to large political donors in the Democratic Party. The family, Aunt Linda Fried, is a World Economic Forum member on the Global Agenda Council on Aging. The father, Joseph Bankman, is a Stanford professor who has lobbied on behalf of hedge fund managers before Congress, my apologies. FTX, head of ventures and commercial at FTX Ventures, Amy Wu, started with the Clinton Foundation years ago. Nishad Singh, FTX Director of Engineering, has spent over $8 million for Democratic candidates. And finally, Obama's Commodity Futures Trading Commissioner, Mark Wiegand, I think I pronounced that right, was literally the head of FTX policy and regulation. Reports were the organization wanted to spend over $1 billion on the Democratic Party for 2024. A massive, massive money laundering operation has just broken open. Now, like I said, I could care about if you're left or right. I'm not here to judge anybody based on their political views. That's not what this is all about. Obviously, I'm here for the space and the utilization of some of these ISO assets, ISO, any ones that have utility. I'm just trying to help broaden awareness in regards to the crypto space. Obviously, FTX is falling. That's a huge domino. There's going to be some after effects. And like I said, at the earlier part of the video, this is a web. So there's a lot of different companies that are intertwined in this, a lot of different partnerships, connections. They're going to play a big role in how everything does roll out. So I do find it interesting because of the fact that the House and Senate are actually meeting next week. Like I said in the earlier part of the video, I don't know if this was the big event that they needed to, pretty much bring on mass adoption or what, but they are going to be in session next week. I think it's a critical moment right now. Obviously, they seem to act like, hey, now is the time to get regulations, although Ripple, the company, has been asking for regulations and rules of the road for quite some time now. I don't know. Things are getting real spicy, and for those of you that haven't prepared, I definitely recommend you do look into some of these things, watch a couple of my videos, check out DAI, Digital Perspectives, T's Crypto Spot. There's a lot of different people out here that are giving you these nuggets of information, but, I think it's all coming to a head now, and fingers crossed they actually do finally, start implementing some kind of regulations, whether it be overnight, who knows, we will all find out together, but I think this might be that huge domino that we needed to fall for them to actually get their stuff together and act upon it. So just keep an eye out on things like that. Like I said, that's not something that I haven't done too much research on that. That was something I came across. I'll post it. Obviously let me know your thoughts on that as well. But I want to leave you with this. This is another post as well. The current chairman of the SEC was appointed by a politician who received $5+ million in funding from SBF. His appointment as SEC chair was confirmed by Congress. Congressional candidates received an additional $26+ million in donations from SBF in the last year. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know. Hey, y'all really need to check this out. And then also, one more thing. Sorry. Bearable Bull, shout out to him. He actually did a video yesterday in regards to Gary Gensler, and he's pretty much activated at this point, so kudos to him. I definitely recommend you guys go watch that video. It was a very interesting and eye-opening video. I think it's like 45 minutes, somewhere around there. Definitely check it out. You need to see some of these things that are going on. If you're not caught up as to what's going on with like the lawsuit and everything, obviously we don't care too much about the lawsuit, but things are getting kind of interesting, so I figured I'd touch on it. Look at that video. That video will give you a brief synopsis on what is going on right now and why the XRP community is so, I won't say upset, but we're kind of flabbergasted at this point that this thing has gone on this long. There's a lot of corruption that's being unveiled, and I think this FTX thing is not really going to help that situation. I think we're going to see a lot more surprising things come out in the next probably week, 2 weeks, who knows. Potentially regulations, that's what I'm hoping for. I'll go on the record and say hopefully they have regulations by next Friday. Hopefully, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm just a regular Joe Schmo. I know nothing. I just do this for pure entertainment, of course. So with that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with someone you love, change their life. ISO go down. I'll catch you on another video. Thanks so much for your time.